Stranger Things actor David Harbour recalled everything he had to do to shape a gulag-appropriate physique for the 4th season of Netflix's hit sci-fi series. If you are eager to know how David Harbour lost more than 75 pounds to play Hopper in Season 4 and other related Stranger Things news, be calm, as we will reveal how he performed such a magical physical transformation in this video. Stay tuned so you don't miss out on the excitement. First up, why did David Harbour lose more than 75 pounds? Stranger Things has put David Harbour's Jim Hopper through the absolute ringer over the past 4 seasons, and Season 4 has undoubtedly been his most traumatic yet. After 8 months in a Soviet prison, surviving on a diet of watery soup, moldy bread, and maggots, Hopper's physique is understandably now much different than the last time we saw him. He's slimmer, gaunt, and very malnourished. Some fans thought Hopper's severe weight loss was some kind of CGI magic. David Harbour revealed the details of his weight loss to us in a GQ hype cover earlier this month, saying he went from about 270 pounds to 190 thanks largely to intermittent fasting. On IG Live, he elaborated further, calling it the fad diet of the moment that nevertheless worked for him. It wasn't so much about what I was eating, it was about the how, and that was much better for my lifestyle, explaining that it wasn't a change in food so much as portion and intake control, with meal times restricted to slim daily windows. All these guys in fitness are like, you've got a steamed chicken breast and vegetables and a bit of rice, and that's just not my vibe. I did find though that because I was really big, the weight came off pretty easily. And what has David Harbour learned from the whole experience? He continued, my whole relationship with my body changed. I felt I could trust this machine more, I could do things. It's those little things I'm grateful for. I don't have aches in my hip and knee anymore because I've strengthened my core. Those are the really invaluable things. So, will there be Stranger Things Season 5? The Duffer Brothers revealed that their series would get a 5th and final season in a letter to fans published last February. 7 years ago, we planned out the complete story arc for Stranger Things, Matt and Ross Duffer wrote. At the time, we predicted the story would last 4 or 5 seasons. It proved too large to tell in 4, but as you'll soon see for yourselves, we are now hurtling toward our finale. Season 4 will be the penultimate season. Season 5 will be the last. The executive producer of Stranger Things, Sean Levy, explained the creative team's reasoning in a US Weekly interview, saying that the Duffers have been contemplating a thoughtful, fully formed ending since the show began. We don't want to be one of those shows that outstay its welcome and are flailing while it searches for a way to stick the landing. He said, we really want to stick the landing. I feel like we've been able to do that every season, and we also want to do it for the series. In a new interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Ross Duffer previously said, Season 4 won't be the end. We know what the end is, and we know when it is. The pandemic has given us time to look ahead and figure out what is best for the show. Starting to fill that out gives us a better idea of how long we'll need to tell that story. It sounds like the Duffer Brothers are confident that they can deliver another iconic season of the show, which is a really great sign considering how incredible Season 4 was. And next, what will happen in Stranger Things Season 5? How about we start with the interdimensional rift that turned Hawkins into a disaster site? The war between the Upside Down and Hawkins is fully on. The final shot shows massive hellish clouds looming above the neighborhood and a field of flowers slowly dying. It nearly goes without saying that by opening the doorway between the Upside Down and Hawkins, the oft-terrorized Indiana town will slowly morph into the red and black hell our favorite kiddos have fought to destroy for the entirety of Stranger Things. Does the gang have one last fight in them? They'll have to. Even though Vecna, will be busy creating a new world order, he'll surely seek out Eleven to get some sweet revenge. Since we're slowly learning that the Hawkins lab prodigies essentially have god powers, so they can resurrect the dead, I guess. She'll most likely level herself up before the final battle. Speaking of Will, it seems like the poor kid is in some serious trouble. In an interview with Variety, Noah Schnapp, who plays Will in the series, seems to know something that we don't. Check this out. After Schnapp said that he has hope for a coming out scene and clarity on Will's connection to the Mind Flayer, he said, and I've always been wondering why Will was the first victim and the first one captured. Interesting. Noah, you can mess with Doja Cat, don't mess with us. And now, will Eddie come back in Season 5? In Esquire's interview with Joseph Quinn, who plays the show's resident deviant, he was asked whether or not the actor would like to return to Hawkins despite his character's fate. Yeah, of course, Quinn said. He's great fun to play with, and they're great people to play with. So yeah, I would be up for coming back, but it feels like his story's been told slightly to me. At least there's a chance. Regardless, Eddie's death is sure to affect our heroes, especially Dustin, who had to watch his buddy die in front of him. In an interview with TV Insider, Gaten Matarazzo, who plays Dustin, seemed to have had very specific thoughts about how his character will live with the trauma. Dustin has dealt with loss in the past. He's seen horrible things, but to have a very close friend of his brutally die, not just there in front of him, but directly with him, is another thing. The one thing that I'm always thinking about going into is that we don't necessarily see it happen, but Dustin would have had to have left Eddie there to get out and leave himself. And that's something I was thinking about during the scene with Eddie's uncle. Because of the leg injury and because of Dustin's lack of upper body strength, he would have needed to leave Eddie's body there while needing to get out himself. And if they're going to play with that, it's something something I'll be thinking about quite a lot. So where is Max now? Physically, she's in a hospital bed in a coma with both her arms and legs in casts, but mentally, well, that's a different story. When Eleven hops back into the void to look for Max at the end of the finale, she can't find her anymore. She screams her name, but the void is empty. Does that mean Max has died for real this time, or that her mind has gone completely blank? Remember, Eleven has used the void to locate people in the past, both alive Will and dead Barb. What does it mean if the person she's searching for is missing from the void entirely? These, of course, are big questions to hopefully be answered in Season 5, which will be Stranger Things last. In addition to Max's fate, we're also concerned about Vecna's whereabouts. He didn't die in that final standoff when the kid set him on fire. Considering the closing shot of the finale, the gang will now have to deal with an apocalyptic merge between the Upside Down and real-life Hawkins. Whether Max makes it to the next season or not, actress Sadie Sink is content with Max's Season 4 journey. She told Elle.com back in December, "I'm really happy with where Max's storyline went for Season 4. I think you see a different side of her that I'm really excited to share with everyone." And finally, why is Doja Cat beefing with Noah Schnapp? The seeds of this bizarre feud started when 17-year-old Noah Schnapp, who plays Will Byers in the Stranger Things series, posted DMs in which Doja Cat asked to be set up with his co-star Joseph Quinn in a since-deleted TikTok. "Noah, can you tell Joseph to hit me up?" "Wait, no, does he have a girlfriend?" Doja Cat wrote, to which Schnapp responded, "LMAOO, slide into his DMs." Doja replied that Quinn, who stars as lovable metalhead Eddie Munson on the show, doesn't have a DM to slide in, possibly referring to the fact that Quinn, 29, has previously revealed that his Instagram account is managed by a friend, an undoubtedly awkward arrangement when it comes to receiving private messages. Schnapp nevertheless shared Quinn's friend-managed Instagram with Doja, writing, "Right here, ma'am." A week after Doja publicly called him out, Schnapp made it clear that there are no hard feelings, at least not on his end. He shared a TikTok featuring Doja's "Kiss Me More," clarifying in the comments, "Guys, everything is all good. I apologized and I still follow her and love her music. No hard feelings." Doja Cat has yet to respond, but considering reports that she's been losing followers since this whole thing started, which could also be related to her now-deleted TikTok of her mimicking Amber Heard's testimony, I'm sure she'll be happy to know Schnapp at least has not abandoned her. Well, that's it for today, guys. See you next time.